And this is another one we found. Well, in this case, syphilis is the least. Well, HIV is the least, and syphilis comes next. But this disease right here is 7.8 million, 7 to 8 million. Chlamydia is 2.8 million. 2.8 million. And this is another graph we found, and it's just talking about chlamydia, which is again on the rise more than gonorrhea and syphilis. And this is another one. And these are the top 10 states that STDs are caused in.
Okay. I found it kind of reasonable to find some little videos or something for us to. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me say that. For us to watch.
Last night. I saw you run up into the woods with Jessica Fluffytail. She's the hottest reindeer around. Oh, you know it, dude. We were going at it, right? And then I did my patented move, the antler surprise. First, I dunk my antlers in eggnog, then I go... Whoa, you and Jessica? She's worked more chimneys than Santa on Christmas Eve. I hope she wore a condom, dude. Oh, well, I was about to, right? But then she started jingling my sleigh bells and I totally forgot.
Dude, how could you not wear a condom in today's world? I always make sure to have plenty on hand.
Look at the size of those things. They're like individually wrapped contact lenses.
Ha, yeah, whatever, man. At least my mistletoe isn't gonna fall off. If I were you, I'd go see Santa and get tested.
Yeah, that's a good idea. My South Pole's starting to itch. So, what's the test say, Santa?
Well, let me ask you this. Did you wrap your present before stuffing it in the stocking?
Huh?
A condom. Genius, did you use a condom?
Oh, well, no, actually. I was in the middle of doing my move, the antler surprise.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the antler surprise, and I'd appreciate it if you'd stop ruining my eggnog. But seriously, how could you not wear a condom? I've been with the missus for as long as I can remember, and we still make sure to have plenty of condoms on hand.
Good gravy!
Yule log. Wow. I think I could use one of those as a sleeping bag.
Yes, it's quite impressive. Anyway, it looks like you've got yourself an STD. Let's go see Dr. Snowman. He might be able to prescribe something for you.
Looks like somebody's been doing the old antler surprise.
Yeah, I know. Look, do you have anything to make this go away?
No. I've got some stuff that can reduce the itching, but you'll still get the occasional flare-up.
That's my only option?
Well, it's either that or I can freeze the whole thing off. Okay, I will take that as a no.
Well, even though you managed to make the naughty list, I got you a present anyway.
Hey, thanks, Santa. I thought for sure I was getting a lump of coal this year.
Actually, another symptom of your STD is a lumpy cold discharge. It's extremely painful.
Oh. Trojan reminds you to spread the cheer, and nothing else this holiday season.
Not for the holidays, so that was okay.
My God. No more videos.
And most of these videos are filled with like a lot of satire. Of course, this one is really filled with a lot of satire, so don't take everything literal. He's being very sarcastic. Just bear with them, please.
I wanna get chlamydia like no one's ever had. Herpes inside my gut and every kind of realm. Pumping strangers to lie to you, spreading my baby cream. I'm gonna sell
get the gist of that one. Very sarcastic. No one wants to catch STDs, of course. Okay. And basically the first video is talking about, I know everybody has gone to a lot of parties, probably had alcohol, probably had other drugs and stuff, and it makes you more susceptible to engage in like sexual intercourse, and that was what the first one was about, the reindeer video. And other people, you may not know what this girl had or what that guy's had, but you need to be aware, and not as far as like asking this person, that person about what did they do, but be aware for yourself as far as getting tested, and also asking, like your partner should be monogamous, meaning that there should, just be one. Hopefully you're in a relationship when you do. And if so, you should be aware of their status. You guys should get tested probably 3 to 6 months, or each month if you're more health conscious. And these are just like critical questions for you guys. How would you all try to help prevent STDs? We should all be trying to prevent STDs. If anybody is sexually active, does anybody have a
Use
condoms? There are male condoms and female condoms. Why is getting tested for STD so important?
keep you aware.
Yes, you need to be aware. And not only for yourself, but for whoever else you're with. Because if you care about them, you're engaging in sexual intercourse, you need to, care about them and their well-being as well as your own. Are you aware of how many sexually transmitted diseases are spread? Does anybody know? There were some statistics that Malika had pulled up earlier. Chlamydia is definitely on the rise. Syphilis as well, and gonorrhea. And I believe gonorrhea can be like spread as far as like just touching hands to hands, spread over your body from touching one body part to another. If you can get it in your eye, you can get it in your ear, you can get it on your hands, in your mouth. It's usually exposed like around the mouth, like sores. No, herpes. I'm sorry.
You can get
Herpes.
gonorrhea in the mouth too.
So can it be spread by fashion?
No, herpes can. I'm sorry.
All right.
Next question. What test? They can?
No, you can't spread syphilis. Otherwise, everybody will have syphilis.
Oh, God, Jesus.
And these are basically ways to correct or prevent the virus.
Ways to prevent, practice safer sex every time you have sex. Condoms, there's protection for oral sex. It's called dental dams. Then there's even, you can just be abstinent, like to prevent from having STD. You can talk about it with your partner. To me, that's safer for you. Before you even open yourself up to someone, you should talk about it. Let's go get tested together. You can do stuff like that. Get tested regularly. If you are having sex, you should get tested more. You should get tested more. Have sex only with a mutual monogamous relationship. When you're having one sex partner who you've been having sex with, if you're having sex, that's better than going out and having sex with other people, because you can bring an STD back to your partner, and which can affect them. And then not getting tested, repeatedly having sex with that person, it's affecting you. And women, you cannot have kids from not getting an STD cured, and spreading it to other people is bad. Don't drink or use drugs before having sex. Drinking, people can, when you're around parties, drinking, people can slip stuff into your alcohol, and which causes you to do crazy stuff. Go have sex with random people. drugs can make you want to have sex with other people too. So you should always be careful when you're in settings like that. Watch what you're drinking. Watch who's pouring your drink. It's not good to take drinks from other people. Be responsible for your own protection. If you do catch an STD, you can't blame the other person because, to me, it was it takes two. You should think about, before you have sex with anybody, have they ever been tested? Of course, use a condom. If you don't, it's partially your fault of why you got the STD.
Alright, so like we gonna talk about how you get an STD. And if you do get an STD, there's things like you can do for it. Like she said, be responsible. Know your status, know your partner's status, know what you can do. Like we would have like programs like for a healthy derm, like an HIV, STI committee. You can bring awareness to the community for people to get tested. Some people don't know, like, okay, I could get an STD if I'm having sex with more than one partner, or like I'm just not using condoms and I don't know my partner's status, but where do I get tested? Like you can bring more awareness to, like, oh, put flyers out, put the media out, like how you can get tested, like how we have Project Safe here, how they really, really advertised it. They went around and they passed out condoms and little baggies with pamphlets in them to tell you these are the STDs you get, this is what they do to you, you know, these are the ones that you can get rid of and you can't get rid of. And Duke has a treatment center, you know, everybody knows Duke is like supposed to be the big hospital around here or whatever. Like, you can go there and get treated because they have a really good program. And like you said, you have preventive program and education programs to like tell people these are STDs, like get rid of the myths and what's not true and what is true, so people can be aware. Like you need to know which ones you can't get rid of, which ones you can, like which ones, what medicine you have to take, you know, on a regular basis or not for your STD. And we can eliminate like people like getting really, really sick because, you know, you got it and you don't know, you carrying it for like some odd months because you're not getting tested regularly. And, you know, because when you don't get regularly tested, and for some STDs, they can be dormant for a time, and you don't know you got them, and then it'll show up, like, out of the blue one day, and you get really sick, and could possibly die from it. So the CDC is, like, the big one in the United States, the Center for Disease Control, and they can bring more awareness. They're national. They're through the United States. And we have Campus Echo Online, a survey, and took 300 NCCU students, and it brought awareness. Like, a lot of students were sexually active, and fewer than half used protection, half of the time or less, and fewer thought they were at risk for STD. And the survey indicated that mainstreaming approach to promoting safe sex appealed to students. That led to the birth of Project Safe. Save a Fellow Eagle, this organization celebrated its 10th anniversary with Project Safe Week, March 21st through the 26th, with events geared toward HIV education and prevention. So everybody promote Project Safe so it can be around more and we keep the student body healthy. Have everybody at least know where you stand at, or geared towards, you know, getting tested. 'Cause we don't want to be healthy. Nobody wants to STD, really. Okay. If I was in charge, I would make sure that everyone who would get tested every 3 to 6 months, and I would have laws enforced, like if you caught STD, and that you would be fined. And also, no one, I think it would work because no one wants to get fined extra money. You can keep that in your pocket for something else. And you can also have more commercials and advertisements to get people tested in the month of April. And if people were aware, they could save money for more serious diseases like HIV, you got cancer, diabetes. And these are our sites.
I think within my slides, I'm missing a couple of slides.